Welcome back to Design Bundles YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today we're going to be playing around with this new tumbler press from Craft Express. So they are a new company on the market. Super excited about it. They have presses and all sorts of fun stuff. We have them linked down below. So we're going to be trying out their new tumbler press. I absolutely adore the color. So if you're a crafter like me and color matters, where you guys want to decorate your entire craft room in the exact same color like this right here, this is kind of like a baby blue. It's so gorgeous. So it's really cool because they have all kinds of stuff to match it. But we're going to put it to the test today. Now, I've already adjusted my pressure. So for this press here in particular, all you're simply going to do, if you close the door here, you can adjust your little knobs here to adjust that. Now, I do believe you can also get the same version that has more attachments. So you guys have a mug press and all those kind of things. So today we are going to be working with these really cool glitter tumblers. I'll also have these linked down below for you guys. These are a skinny 20 ounce. And what's going to be really cool is I've already printed off our design here. This is the one that I'm doing today. And with this design, this is a full wrap. So with this design, it's going to make it look like it's glitter. If it is glitter, but it's going to look glitter where, you know, the solid white ones just gives you this design, but this is going to have that really pretty iridescent glitter shine to it. So I've got a glitter tumbler here, and it's really cool because this one in particular does come with straw, a lid as well. Now, whenever you guys are working with tumblers, whether you guys are doing these in the convection oven or you're using a tumbler press, make sure you guys always remove your lid first. That should be your number one step. Remove that lid and get it out of your way. Now with this one as well, a lot of tumblers come with these little bottoms here. So once you're done, you can place this right here on the bottom. So you don't want to do it beforehand or it's going to melt. I usually just toss these out. I literally never use them. And then most tumblers like this, for example, does come with the boxes. So if you guys are going to be reselling as well. So this is the design that I'm using today. Once again, it is a full wrap. So I've already printed this out. And then the way that you can do, number one, this was already sized for me. I actually bumped it up just a little bit. So this is going to wrap perfectly all the way around my tumbler here. So whenever I took this to print it out, so I used my Sawgrass SG 500 back here. What I did was I just dragged and dropped it into that smart folder, and then I adjusted the height. Well, not the height, but the, you know how you can go from like 100%, you know, to like 103 or something. I think I printed this at 103%. So if you guys were printing it for your Epson, I just bumped it up to 103%. And then if not, if you took it, for example, into like Creative Studio or something, you could do that as well. So I've already got that size. Now, how do you figure out your size in case you're needing to get your exact measurements? Like this design was already designed for us. What you're simply going to do is take a tape measure. I like to use sewing measure, tape measures, if you will, like this, because it just makes it so easy to measure. And you always want to allow yourself a quarter seam allowance, if you will. We're sewing here. You want to allow yourself about a quarter, about a half an inch or a quarter. So what you'd give yourself like a quarter on each side. And then whenever you wrap it, you want to give yourself about a quarter of an inch. So just a quarter. So this is about 9.5. So I did 9.75 is what I did. So that's how I figure out the measurements. Now I didn't come all the way up to this silver. I'm just going from this glitter down. So what I need to do is I'm just going to use a pair of scissors. You could definitely use your paper trimmer to get more of a straight edge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with taking away this little piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm also going to go ahead and remove the sides. Now, what's really cool, these scissors here, I found these at Michael's, and they literally almost match this. So it's a little bit of a lighter blue, but this blue is gorgeous. So I'm super, super excited. I've got a ton of presses that we are recently testing out. We have 3 tumbler presses, so this is just one of them that we are putting to the test. Now, I have this set at 365. We're trying it today. So I seen Jared from Heat Press Nation do his at 365 for 70 seconds. I usually do around 375. So if you're using a tumbler press. Now, if you're using a convection oven, I do around 385 for around 5 to 6 minutes. All right, so now that we have it trimmed down, you just want to go over the entire thing and have it nicely trimmed down. What we're going to do is you want to make sure it's in the correct direction. We're going to line this up, making sure my tumbler is in the correct direction. And you just want to, you don't have to really worry about getting it exactly in the center. You're just lining everything up, making sure it's nice and straight. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and making sure everything is lined up. Okay, looks good. So once you have that, what you're going to do is you're going to pull it nice and tight. And then we're going to go from one side to the next. There we go. I'll have to come back with a little piece of tape. So what you're doing is you want to make sure you're pulling nice and tight with this design, right? So I'm going to go ahead and come back with one more small piece. Now keep in mind, all of the supplies I'm using today are linked down below, tape and everything. All right. So your biggest thing is all the way around, we want to make sure that there is not any sort of gaps. If there's any sort of gap around this area here or on the bottom, you definitely want to go back and fix that, because if you don't, that's where you're going to get, you know, what's going to look like ghosting. So those gases are just going to kind of seep out there. Okay, I think this looks good. So once we're ready to go, I've already adjusted my pressure. It needs to look something like this if I don't drop it. So you really just need to get that seam down, right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to press this, and then once that 70 seconds goes off, we're going to rotate it. So this starts at the top, I'm going to go ahead and rotate it and press again. Because with these presses compared to the convection, which I like to rotate in there sometimes too, but with this, you know, you have that little spot on the top it can't get, so you want to rotate that. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and what I like to do is get my tape line up so that way I can see where I'm at. All right, so we're going to get this in here nice and centered, and we are going to press. So once we shut that, we should start to see that temperature or that time. The temperature may fluctuate, and that's okay. But you're going to notice that that time is going to start to drop for us. And then we should get a beep here in about 60 seconds. And then we're going to rotate it. Now this is about to beep. And what I have here is a heat pad. I'm not taking it out yet. And I also have a heat glove because you really want to protect yourself. Now I am going to use the heat glove. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get ready to go. Now this model here did not beep, so I'm going to need to go into the settings. We're going to pop it open. We're going to pull it out very carefully, flip it over. I scared my own self. We're going to pop it in and close it again. So it should start to go again. So same time, and that the timer is going to go again for 60 seconds. Now, like I said, I need to go through my manual and make sure that I have the sound on. This particular model may not have the sound to go off once it's done. So for example, one of the presses that we have here, you guys have seen the purple one. That one is the Walla. It does not have the timer. You have to set the timer by itself. So as soon as you shut it, you have to set the timer. And then some of them, they automatically beep. So I do need to go through the settings just to double check. But I will say so far, everything seems to be going well. Look at the tumbler once we press it just to see if it presses great. But I will say I approve the color. I really, really love the way this color is. So you guys down below, let me know if you guys have already purchased one or if you guys are in the market of grabbing a tumbler press and if this is going to be a model that you're looking at. And then also let me know what you think about this color. I think it is so, so cute. All right, so I think we're down to about 11 seconds, so we're almost done. Once we're done with this, you really want to peel this quickly. So I usually keep a pair of tweezers or something like that on hand to do so. So I think we are done. So we're going to go ahead and pop this guy open. I'm going to get my heat glove again. Now these ones right here I have linked below for you guys. These are from We Are Memory Keepers, and I love them. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out and very carefully without shifting too much. I'm going to go ahead and start to peel off this tape here. And that way we can quickly remove this. All right, now like I said, this is amazing. Wow, this press did so good too. Okay, and what's really cool is this looks like black glitter. So the colors of the glitter, all of this looks like it's glitter in it. And I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to pick that up today. But how gorgeous is this? I'm going to drop the camera down below so you guys can get a better look. All right, so I have my heat glove still because this guy is super duper hot, but I really want to zoom it in so you guys can see that glitter. See that shine and glitter? Hopefully you guys can really pick that up. The color of the leopard print, you guys can see that seam there, but I think that came out really good. My paper, I should have cut it a little bit more. So see it got on that stainless there. So I pay attention to that, but I think the seam came out really, really good. And I love the design. I think it's gorgeous. That leopard print, so cool. But the way that these glitter tumblers, like I said, you can't really tell the silver, if you will, unless you look at the bottom. You could definitely sublimate this as well. But it's really cool because it just makes it look like the design is glitter. I absolutely love it. As you guys could see here, it was a ton of fun creating this and it came out gorgeous. So if you guys have not tried the glitter tumblers, you definitely have to. There's also iridescent ones, so they're white, but they have this really pretty iridescent to them. Those are gorgeous as well. So keep in mind whenever you mess around with whether it's the iridescent or this glitter, it's going to make this design look sparkly. It's so, so cool. So depending on whatever colors you do, it's just going to have that really cool design. And it also gives some texture to the tumbler as well. But I really love the way that this came out. I think that this press did really, really well. So I definitely give the go ahead on it so far. Now we will have, you'll see it in more tutorials as well. We have 3 tumbler presses here at the studio. So definitely make sure you check out our other videos as we have the other ones in those, and you can kind of make a decision if you guys are currently on the market. Now, I also use a convection oven. As you guys know, we have tutorials using the convection oven. So if you guys are interested in that as well, and not necessarily a tumbler press, we got tons of tutorials on that also. Now, I also want to tell you guys, if you're looking for inspiration or you guys want access to like our dollar deals, our freebies and promos and things like that, make sure you guys check out our Facebook group. We have a great community Facebook group. It's in the description below. So you guys can check it out and find out lots and lots of inspiration. Like I said, there is tons of you guys. If you guys are from the group, welcome, welcome. So definitely make sure you guys check that out. Now, also, if you guys have enjoyed this, please consider hitting that like button down below and subscribing. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.